Awesome. I'm here with my friend Erica. I'm super excited. We did this the other day on Instagram. We had both of us had bad connection. So we're like, we're just gonna revisit that. But I love that that happened because we're building this incredible business with natural peptides and incredible humans. We're just helping people feel better and earn more income for their family. And I've done it for 15 years, and sometimes stuff just doesn't work or go as planned. But it just shows you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the skills and knowledge. You just try and you show up and you just do it one day at a time and work on improving. So here we are on our second take. But Erica, I'm going to ask you a question real quick, just to kind of start this off. Like, what first got you interested in Make Wellness and the bioactive precision peptides, these natural peptides? Like, did you just hear about it and jump right in, or how did that all start for you?
It started for me back in October, actually, when my best friend Kira invited me to join as a founder. And I did. I enrolled as a founder, but I just let it sit there. I didn't touch it until the last month. And for me, what struck a chord with me to start diving in was I went from working out 7 days a week to not working out so much. And I also turned 40 last year, and I felt like my body started to feel the effects of that. And I kept seeing all these results on social media, and I was like, well, what's the harm in trying the peptides? Because I want to feel my best
Yeah.
so I can want the best for my kids. And I ordered the muscle and metabolic collection, and I just fell in love. Within the first 7 days, I started to feel and see results in my body, and it was just incredible. It blew my mind.
Uh, you felt that and you're like, okay, I can get behind this. Now I see why everybody's so excited about this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. So as you said that, I think there's a lot of people out there that are starting to hear about Make Wellness or hear about peptides. Some might know what they are, some might not know what they are. And I think that's the biggest thing that you hit the nail on the head is like I just decided to be curious and
Right,
try them out for myself. You
right,
didn't have to, even though you were an affiliate, you weren't like, okay, I got to start seeing how to do this business. I got to start telling everybody about it. That wasn't the first step. The first step was I'm just going to try it for myself. Like I struggle with this. I'm gonna give it a shot. In 7 days, you started to feel something.
I did. And it's all about experience for me because I want to go through the experience first. If I got to find out if I love something before I'm going to share it.
Yeah. And I think that's powerful because I sometimes I chat with someone that's curious about being an affiliate. So I was having this conversation this other day. This guy has a program where he helps people, his own program with health and fitness. And he's like, that's cool. I see that you do that and stuff, but I'm not going to go push a product on all my clients. And I was just having just a face-to-face conversation with him. I was like, I don't want you to push anything on anybody. I don't want anybody to push anything on me either. But I do feel that you have it as an option. Like if someone's out there working out, doing nutrition, like following their nutrition plan, and they're curious about trying other supplement, whether it's a pre-workout, a post-workout, or your natural peptides, they can choose. And they don't have to do all, or they don't have to do any. It's just a choice. It's an option that you have open for them. It's like, so I go to a gym called Bodify in my hometown, and there's what's called the Pro Shop, and it's got pre-workout, post-workout. They got some greens in there. They got BCAAs. They got creatine. They got everything you could imagine. That company is selling those supplements to
Right,
the client, which is me or anybody that walks in the front door. But I never feel forced when I walk in and scan my card to do my workout to buy those supplements.
right,
But it's there as an option if I want to, get some pre-workout or I want to get a post-workout shake or whatever it is that's there. It's just an option. So I was having that conversation with him. I was like, I don't want you to push anything on anybody. Nobody wants that, but you have an option. You have supplements, these natural peptides, as an option for people. So I think it's important for people to ourselves to kind of let our ego down just a little bit, or whatever our predetermined thoughts about something are, and just be like, okay, how could I possibly use this to help somebody else, or is this something that could help them if they want it?
right.
Or- So okay, so you had awesome results within 7 days. That's awesome. I have a question. Like a lot of people are looking for something out there that feels both natural and effective. Like there's Like some of your audience watching this or our mind might be like, okay, what's a peptide? Or I've heard of peptides, or they hear of injectable synthetic peptides like Ozempic, Mounjaro, other GLP-1 peptides like that. So they hear about that, they see maybe people lose weight, and they're like, man, I want to do that. And they have the desire to work out and eat better, but they're just struggling to see that momentum. And maybe someone says, go try these injections, or I use these injections. And so they talk with their doctor or with anybody and they want to do it, but there's some people that it will work well for and some people it might not work well for. But there's going to be people out there that like, okay, I want a more natural solution. So what has surprised you most about these peptides as natural peptides in your daily journey since starting them? Because I know your first 7 days was awesome, but what has surprised you or what have you felt like changed in your daily life by using these?
So my energy levels have skyrocketed. Usually I would need a daily nap, but I actually don't need a daily nap. I took the first nap like after 30 days of taking peptides, and it was because of the energy. Like we had a new moon the other day and it just wiped me out, so I needed to take a nap. But usually like with these peptides, I have energy to last me through my day, which is huge because I have two small children, one's 3 and one's 7, and they're very energetic and they keep me on my toes. So it's really nice to have that energy. And on top of that, one thing I didn't expect was less joint pain. I did not expect to experience less joint pain. So that's been really nice. And sleeping, my sleep has been like I sleep like a rock and it's incredible.
Yeah.
And also something
All
else.
the things that we want to feel.
Yes, exactly. And something I pointed out this morning, because I saw people have been talking about how they've noticed that some of the peptides have maybe helped hair loss.
Yeah.
And I have hair loss tremendously over the past like 5, 6, 7 years. And I've noticed it growing in like more around my hairline, and usually that falls out. So I'm hoping that stays in, but it's so far so good.
I love that. I just see your excitement as you talk about these things.
Yeah,
You know what's funny? I'm very similar to you in the fact like I was super excited about the fit peptide and the lean peptide. So just real quick for your audience that doesn't know what these are. Fit is proven in the clinical trials to give 4 times the muscle protein synthesis of a whey protein shake, and it was proven to increase endurance and exercise-induced inflammation. So I'm like, I'm all for that. I love lifting weights. And 4 times the muscle protein synthesis of a whey protein shake. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like 4 times more effective. And so I was all on board with that. And I feel incredible strength. Like I'll be 44 this year. I'm like hitting personal records on my bench press and everything. Like my seated leg press today was like a PR. And I felt for like probably 7 or 8 years, like, I guess this is just how I'm supposed to feel. Like, I could gain muscle and feel strong, when I first started working out when I was 29
right.
to like 35. And then it like was a slow, like, I guess I'm just working out for my mental health now. I kind of like created that story in my head because I wasn't seeing progress and I show up every day. And so I've seen a lot of strength gains, but the same as you, I tore my rotator cuff trying to outthrow the youth in the church at a youth event. And I spent thousands of dollars. I did dry needling, PRP injections, physical therapy twice a week. And I got it to where my arm didn't hurt just to hang because I tore it in 3 places. And I could start working out again, but I couldn't do shoulder presses because it's still pinched. I couldn't do like incline chest presses. And that was about 4 years. Like I healed it to where it didn't hurt to hang. And then I started peptides in no, in November, the 1st of November. So I'm like 5 months. And like I have zero shoulder pain and I can shoulder press, I can do everything. And it's from what you were saying. Like I did not expect, I knew I'd get stronger, but I did not expect the inflammation to go down so much. And that's what was causing the pain in there because, even though I healed it, it was just inflamed. And when your shoulder rotates, it pinches. I
Right.
don't want to get into all the signs of that, but like I'm just so like fired up that I can throw a football and baseball with my kids and swing the bat like when I'm playing sports with my boys. And so I'm really excited about the fit. That's something I had no like it was like this is awesome. I'm sold 100%. I'm always using this peptide. So
Hey, I'm blown away by how toned my body it looks now, and I work
yeah.
out so less than what I used to. It blows my mind.
Yeah, if you're doing the same workout, following the same meal plan, but your results are like speeding up. It's like you ever played Mario Kart when you're
Oh,
younger and you get on that little track that like zooms you forward? I
yeah,
feel like peptides do that in your in your transformation in your results. You hop on that little track or take your peptides and you just feel better and get better results. So
video analogy.
yeah, you know they say your DNA is like a lock and then your peptides are like a key to unlock the potential of what it's supposed to be doing. And so I used all six. I lost 9 pounds in 14 days.
Oh, wow.
Just crazy. I could just feel my body changing. I was like, this is wild. I feel so incredible. The lean peptide, I don't feel like I really need it anymore because the lean peptide, for those that don't know, goes in the clinical trials, burns visceral fat, and 100% of the weight loss came from fat mass. Whereas like synthetic lab-made injection shots, they 39% of your weight loss comes from muscle mass, which is detrimental to overall health.
Great.
But the lean peptide, 100% of the weight loss came from fat mass, and that's it's just mind blowing when I hear that stat. But so I don't really have much fat to lose anymore. I'm like at a good place, but I still take the lean because it has silenced like my food noise for junk food.
Right.
Like I could down like 5 pounds of licorice. I know that sounds gross maybe to some people, or a whole bag of family giant size bag of cheddar ruffles. Like it opens in front of me. Usually I'm like, I'll eat it all. So I'm not like that now. It's like it's crazy. I just eat what my son last night made 18 cinnamon rolls, and I didn't touch one of them last night. That's mind blowing to me.
Yeah. That's
So, but that's why I still use the lean peptide, even though I lost all the fat that I wanted to lose. So,
right. Partially why I also started with the lean is because I was finding myself snacking on my kids' snacks after they went to bed, and I was like,
yeah,
I can't do this because I can feel it. Like when I wake up, I'm like bloated, and I don't like this.
like I don't like how I feel with that.
Yeah.
I love that. So, well, let's switch gears just a little bit from the peptides to your business. So you started taking peptides. You wanted to do that first and experience it, and you shared some of the things you're feeling, but you're growing now a business around this. So my question is, what has the journey been like so far, and what are some of your biggest wins for your business?
I think the fact that I've been able to help 12 people already in like 30 days I've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's huge for me because I did Beachbody for 11 years and I struggled tremendously to find my people to help.
Yeah.
And the fact that I have this bit of momentum, it inspires me to want to help more people. And I know that I'm going to be able to reach so much more people with the ease that these peptides bring into my own life. So it's incredible to pay that forward.
That's crazy. I was thinking it's true. It's been like 11 years. I forget that I did it for 15 years and I was telling someone I was like, yeah, she for like 7 or 8 years like she worked hard and tried to, do her best to help people and she's already helped more people in 1 month
Yeah.
with these natural peptides than she did and I was like 8 years, but 11 years.
Yeah.
So I never like to say something is easy because all things worth having a business or your results take some work, discipline, consistency, showing up. Like you didn't just not say anything or do anything and all of a sudden you have 12 clients. You had to have talked to people or use your social media, right? But I found that it's so much more simple.
Yeah.
Like just simple, like has it been difficult for you to, we'll use sell peptides to 12 people? Like for someone that might be out there and like, I'm not a salesperson. Like I see what you're doing. I love the peptides, but I'm not a salesperson. What would you say to someone like that?
I don't like to sell people.
Yeah.
I help people. So just putting the systems in place that are already there. As a human design projector, I'm all about systems, and the systems that Make Wellness provides for us as affiliates are on point. And utilizing that in my daily shares with being my authentic self I think has been what's helped me the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. So just plugging into the systems that are there, making sure that your intentions are, I want to help people.
Yeah.
And I've had that conversation often. So I have two really good friends. They're going to live in my neighborhood. We're going to go to the same church on Sundays when I move into my new house the end of next month. And they're two of my top business builders. Here's the crazy thing. One is a doctor of physical therapy. One is a metabolism expert. And both of them have never done direct sales like we're doing. Like you've had experience with body. I've done it as a full-time career for over 15 years. They've never had any experience. But the thing is they also both because we go to lunch once a month and they came to an event with us in Orlando, they're like, I swore I would never do direct sales. I swore I would never do it. And they both said one's a metabolism expert, has helped over 1,500 women lose weight over the age of 40. And when he read the science papers and saw the research and the clinical trials, he's like, peptides are the future. And if you have natural peptides, I'm going to get behind that because my clients need them. They're going to go get them anyway. And so why not I just have them as an option in what I'm already doing in my coaching business? And the same thing with my friend Vance, doctor of physical therapy. He's like, people need the fit peptide. Like if I'm doing physical therapy with them, they need their muscle protein synthesis. They need to recover. They need less inflammation for them to heal and repair. So all of my clients need the fit peptide. So it's like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Really fun because they were people who are like, I would never do it. I would never do direct sales. And so it's been really fun to see them come in and it's just something that they're so passionate about as natural peptides are the future of wellness that like it's just like I have to do this. Like it's something I just need to do. So that's been awesome. So you achieved something in your business which is called Premier. Without going into much detail, it's about the same amount of work as what it would have taken to become a diamond in what you experienced before with Beachbody. And within 1 month of starting peptides, and in that whole month, you achieved that.
Yeah.
Like I worked sometimes for months to work with people to get to that rank. One of the things that I love with Make Wellness, and then you can play off of this with your own thoughts, is it's $0 to enroll. There's zero monthly fees. There's zero required product purchase for someone to come in and earn 10 to 40% commissions. You literally just say, Erica, okay, I love my Fit Peptide. I want to be an affiliate. It doesn't cost you anything. You sign up. It literally takes like a minute if you're already a customer.
Yeah.
You enroll as an affiliate and you have a sharing link, and you're not required to maintain a certain amount of order yourself. There's not a certain amount you need to sell. It's just like you have a link. If someone asks, you can share it and earn commissions, which is crazy. And so that's been really awesome. It's a really like one thing I know that as I've talked with some people who've been in like a direct sales before, they're like, I don't like that you have to sign up a certain amount of distributors on certain amount of legs, and they have to order a certain amount of product, and then they have to recruit people to advance your business. In this business, you advance solely on the fact of your own sales.
Right.
And we've talked about how easy or simple, I guess is the word, to sell because people want these peptides, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel it's different? Like, what do you like that's different than what you experienced before? Not talking bad about Body or any other company. I loved what I got to do for 14 and a half years, but what do you like that's different?
I like having the pressure of having to team build. If I want a team build, I can, which I do. I want a team build, but I like that I don't have to have that pressure every day and every month to reach a certain amount of people on my team or to have a certain amount of product that I have to buy every month and
Yeah,
have the 15.95 monthly fee that I had to pay every month to be a coach. Like there's so many aspects of it that are just completely different and completely helpful for where I would like to take this.
I love that. Now, speaking of where you would like to take this, where do you see this business taking you over the next 5 to 10 years? And what kind of impact are you excited to create?
I'm excited to show women how to take their power back in their body, in their healing, and in their income because I feel like as women we give our power away to people outside of us, whether that be a man or people we don't know. We're constantly worried about what other people think of us, and that dictates like how we take action or not take action. And I have given my power away in the past, and I'm stepping into my power now, and I'm ready to pay that forward and bring other women with me who want to build something big and make a difference in the world and in their lives.
I love that. Oh man, you gave me the chills. Um, it's just what I've seen as well, working over the past 5 months. I like have over 100 clients with testimony just like yours. Like every day I get something and I just read it or I hear a voice text and I just like This is crazy. I know you sent a voice text one of the first times, and I was like, I get the chills just thinking about how lives are impacting. We're only like 5 months in, and you only 1 month in. And my biggest invitation to someone watching this is to just be curious. Like, just try it. Just like Erica, you're not too late. It doesn't matter if you signed up and didn't do anything with it. It doesn't matter if you didn't know anything about it and you're just finding out about it now. Like, just be curious, try the peptides, feel better, experience what it's like working with Erica. If you're watching this video with Erica, or if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, working with me, like come in and experience what it's like to be around just great humans who want you to feel better and earn more income for your family. And I love one of the things that the founder Justin Prince shares. Like he could have very easily taken his idea of these natural peptides, and he's very well off financially. He could have just went and made a peptide company and did it on his own. But he has a goal to help as many families as possible create a financial fortitude around their family. And that's like, I want to do that for myself, but I've kind of done that for the past 15 years. Like before I made a decision to join Make Wellness, we've done so well at the business we built before, being smart or wise stewards of, what we've been given and earned, that I had a conversation with this guy. He does real estate, and his team does over $1 billion a year in sales. And he's like, Scotty, he just talked for me for like an hour. It was like when we lost our business. He's like, you've been so wise. Like you've driven the same pickup truck since you first built your business. You live in the same home. You paid it off in 2013. He's like, you literally don't have, you're 43. You don't have to work anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't have to work. You don't have to do anything to work. And so when I heard that, I was like, okay, what's going to be that next thing for me to want to build this business? And there were a couple of things. Number one, I wanted my kids to see me get up and work and show that if something's been taken away from you or broken down or destroyed, that you're not beaten, you're not a victim. You get up and you can rebuild yourself. Number one. And number two, I wanted to help other people create a life of financial freedom and a fortitude of financial, like just you're going to be taken care of no matter what. I wanted to help other people build that.
Yeah.
So that's why I love working with you, because I can see that you're going to be one of those people as well. So we're here to help people feel better and earn more income for their family. And there's
Yeah.
no better place to do it. So before closing this out, is there any last message you want to share with your audience that might be watching this?
Just like Scotty said, just be curious. Especially if you're unhappy with where you're at, you're the only problem you have, and you are the only solution that you have. And you're the only one that can get you out of your situation.
I love that. So just make the decision. It's like every day we can either make choices that move our life into a better place or a worse place. There's no staying still. And so just make that decision, be curious, and surround yourself with good people, and just take the next best step. And it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be like, I'm going to join the business. I'm going to get all of the peptides. I'm going to like start my social media. I'm going to open a YouTube channel. It's like maybe the next best thing is watching a video. What
Right.
is a peptide? Or chatting with Erica and being like, hey, I'm curious, like what is this exactly? It doesn't have to be everything at once, just one step that'll move you forward.
One
So
step.
one step at a time. That's how you get to the end goal. So thank you, Erica. I love chatting with you. I'm super excited to grow an incredible life and business alongside you as one of our leaders. And if you're looking for someone awesome to work with, Erica is that person. So thank you guys for watching, and share this with a friend.